Alright, when was the last time you actually picked up a phone book to look up a number? It's been years, hasn't it? You want to know how I knew that? Because the internet exists to do it all for us. You see, odds are, every bit of our life that was at a time extremely hands-on has been reduced to a series of zeros and ones. Allow me to explain. The emojis we send in our text messages and other forms of cyber communication is meant to represent our genuine emotions that we used to just express in words. We use apps to find romantic partners while we sit on the toilet because all it takes is one finger motion to indicate interest instead of the traditional in-person approach. Even friendships can end just as quickly as they started due to people having the option to press a button that says unfriend. Oh, and if you really don't like someone, then you can hide behind certain social media settings that are designed to turn you into a ghost. This whole technology thing is even changing the way parents interact with their kids and vice versa. You can't just say, go to your room, Timothy, because then he can just put on that VR headset and then go to a virtual world in which he's allowed to leave his room. However, contrarily, this has forced parents to get more creative with their punishments.
I had got an F on my report card.
On what? Every report card, right?
Yes, sir.
An F on every report card. We done gave you amount of chances. Turn around, Tay-Tay. Do a spin, 360 spin. Come on. Come on. That's how he going to school today since they want to show out. Put your report card up, John. I don't care about you being mad now. You want to get mad and act a fool, I can act one with you.
Many urban cities have embraced the technological movement, and London is no exception. There's kiosks just around the corner where you can just stand there and charge your phone or even connect to Wi-Fi. Yet these phone booth things are virtually non-existent unless it's to advertise sleazy phone sex hotlines. This old-school technology is seen as some sort of mythical relic that exists now as simply a novelty to post on Instagram. Digital displays are everywhere in tube stations, even though the stations themselves have been surprisingly restrained if we're looking at technological pizzazz. However, daily travelers on the tube seem to behave very similarly across generations, just through different methods, of course. You see, if we go back just a few years, smartphone ownership penetration in the United Kingdom between 2012 and 2018 rose from 19% to 55% in adults aged 55 to 64, and went from 43% to 91% in adults aged 35 to 54. So now we know that those faces that were buried into the pretty much extinct newspaper are now the ones scrolling through memes on Reddit and TikTok. However, as easy as technology has made our lives, our ability to remain anonymous through online activity has its negative effects as well, some of which unfortunately includes an onslaught of instantaneous mass judgment. This has given a rise to new issues such as cyberbullying, child endangerment, and mostly intentional misrepresentation of both our children and ourselves as picture perfect, which is something past generations didn't face as much. That judgment also leads us on an endless crusade to one-up each other in this unspoken competition with our friends pertaining to whose content makes them look like the superior person. Photos used to be a fairly personal aspect of our individual lives to create and maintain memories that allow us to look back on our experiences fondly, but now pictures and videos seem to be veered toward eliciting certain reactions from peers, and we are willing to do a lot to get that reaction. It seems that the overwhelming consensus that we as a society are addicted to our smartphones stems from our tendency to pull ourselves from reality when our attention span runs out. As soon as our lives become just a little mundane, we turn to the smartphone for entertainment. As soon as we feel a little insecure, we turn to the smartphone for validation. Getting on the escalator? Let's see if anyone texted me. Oh, on a 5-minute break from my job? Let's see if my ex subtweeted me. It really isn't all bad though. First of all, there's a large population that shows enough restraint to prove that regular human interaction hasn't been deemed extinct yet, even among millennials and Generation Z. It also has brought the world much closer together, and the ability to capture your experiences in such incredible realism is something that absolutely cannot be overlooked. We also have virtually limitless options to transfer information to one another. This stems from the wide range of channels currently in operation to facilitate our conversations, whether that's through instant messaging, short message service, or video chat. Also, the ability to reach just about everyone we've ever met through a simple social media post is pretty cool too.